of the 75 Hard Challenge. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. It is week 3 of the 75 Hard Writing Challenge, and it has been a ride so far. Oh my goodness, like crazy. So, because I'm technically filming this intro in week 6, thank you guys all for like the comments on my previous videos. I really love reading them, appreciate them so much. Thank you all. Love it. Excellent. We're gonna just, I don't know, hop right in. Oh, I guess if you're new here, just tuning in, I'm Nova. I am doing the 75 Hard Writers Challenge. I have a whole video with all of the rules and challenges that I am doing. You can go check that out. Well, we're gonna hop right in and get into the vlogs and everything and enjoy the chaos that is this challenge, because at this point that's all it is. Chaos. I am chaos queen, so like it kind of tracks, but you know, still it's a little like, calm down, please. So we're going to start right off with day 15. I'm going to obviously talk about what I'm going to be doing for the day. Hi everybody, it's day 15. If you have not seen my last challenge video, I have decided that I'm going to, even if I have one of these pre-planned skip days, to keep going with the numbers anyway. I think that's just going to be easier for me to keep track. So by the end, I'll be like, you know, day 80 of the 75 Hard Challenge. But I think it'll be easier for me personally to keep track. So that's what we're going to do. And maybe like also I can just share some of what I'm doing even on the skip days just for funsies. So that's what we're going to do. Right now I'm about to head to my favorite cafe for about like an hour. I think I'm going to go and just sit and do a little bit of writing, maybe some reading, but mostly focusing on writing because I love just going and sitting and writing. So we're going to do that just for a little bit, and then we're going to go, I got to get groceries and go home. We're supposed to be getting thunderstorms around 3 o'clock, so I'm like, I got to get back there. I got to get back to the storms. So wish me luck on that. And yeah, I think it's all for today. I should only be about 3 hours with the cafe and going shopping and going home. Well, 4. 1 hour for cafe, 1 for shopping, 2 to go home. So I don't really take anything out of my day, whereas my last skip day, the 14th, I was busy all day. I had a little bit of time in the evening, but I had to focus on my client edit because my client's edit is due in 2 days, and I'm very far behind. So I had already kind of pre-planned a skip day because I knew that I was going to be busy with my aunt doing stuff. We went to do a bunch of stuff, including Barnes & Noble. But, yeah. So, that's what we're going to do. We're going to go do that. I have a bagel that I'm going to eat in the car because I'm not really hungry yet. But I'm going to bring it with me. And, yeah, let's get this day started. And then I realized in the middle of a cafe that I failed week 2. Had no idea. Sitting there in the cafe, and I opened my tracker to enter some information and went, oh no, that's not good. And I did a very audible gasp when I realized, and I wonder if people around me knew or heard. Don't know, but I then had to immediately pull out my phone and start recording because I was like, oh my god, I cannot believe I just failed this. And yeah, it was a little awkward, not gonna lie. I was like, how did I fail in week 2? I was doing so good. And so later on I did go back and check through, and oops. Okay, so I went and I wrote a little bit in the cafe. I actually really struggled. Like, I opened my laptop, I opened my document, and I was like, I don't want to write this. So I opened another document, didn't want to write that. And I sat there for like 20 minutes being like, I don't want to write anything. So then I just forced myself to be like, just write a scene. Doesn't have to be continued. Doesn't have to be in there. So I got about 1,000 words in. So I'll have to, I think it was like 900 left later, which that I can do pretty easily. I'm still trying to figure out my Western and where it's going. Just because I'm not sure if I want to add more points of view in. I thought of at least one that would be kind of cool to have. I thought about adding this, like one of the sisters or maybe 2 of the sisters. I think one of the sisters is going to be gay, which I think would be really interesting to try and write about. I like gay in this time period, but I don't really know. So I'm kind of just throwing scenes at a wall and hoping that maybe something sticks. It is also a temperature, I don't know if you can see, like I'm all goosebumpy, that it's not cold, but it's not sunny, so any little breeze, it's like, ooh, a little chill. So I'm about to go grocery shopping. If there is a long sleeve like shirt or something, I might grab one because I want to be a little warmer. It seems so funny to say because like my car is rating 70, but no sun and the breeze, and it's supposed to be showering later, so the temperature is going to drop. But also I get really sick in the car if it's too warm, so I'm gonna have to have like probably the AC going, and I'm gonna be cold the whole way home. So yeah, we'll see. I gotta pee though, so we're going. Got a shirt. It's not a long sleeve, but it works better. So ta-da! It's cute too. It's Joshua Tree, and I was like, nice. So I went with it. I am stressed out because not everything I needed was here, so I have to go to a different store because I forgot. And I don't really want to go to a different store, but here we go. I went back and I looked, and I technically failed. Boo! That is bullshit, but like it's my own rules. So like, I feel like I need a drink. Like a hard drink, like don't condone drinking. I've had this bottle since last July. That's how much I drink. Anyway, I think I need some cranberry juice to go with that. Anyway, so technically because I failed, I'm supposed to start over. I decided, because it was on a technicality of me having some weird, like, problem, and I can't lift high enough, it's fine, then I'm gonna kind of count it, but not. So we're gonna change up a little bit of the challenges. Instead of 2 poems a day, we are doing 2 pages of poems. I have a poem book that I printed off to edit, and I haven't been doing. So we're gonna do 2 pages, like not front and back, like 2 pieces of paper, so like 4 sides. Instead of the 2 water bottles, I'm doing 1, and then just I have to drink others because I feel like I'm taking too much water in some days, and that's not good either. And then the 5 social media posts, I have to post 3, I have to make 2, I don't have to post them. So that's what we're gonna do going forward, because I can't believe I failed, technically. But it is because I had that weird bug bite allergy happen. So that's why we're like not fully starting over, but I'm giving myself the opportunity to adjust a few of the challenges to what we're doing currently. The poetry will help me finish the poetry book. As soon as, like, I printed it before this started, and then as soon as it started, I went, I'm never going to get this done until it's done because I'm going to be focused on making new poems. So I think that's going to help me a lot by doing the pages instead. Anyway, I have done the water intake today. Technically, I did do the 2 bottles. What I'm going to do is, with that, is I have to drink this of water in a day. That is the thing. I have to drink this full of water, and then I can drink whatever else I want. Outside of it, it doesn't have to count. One of these fully. And like I said, I was just like, I think I'm taking too much water in. By the end of the night, like, I feel kind of like, waterlogged. And that's not good for you either. So, we're going to start with 1. If I drink 2 in a day because it's hot, we drink 2 in a day. It's fine. And like I said, 5 social media posts. I post 3 a day. I have to set up 2. So technically the next day I could post those 2 and another one and do it. But I feel like I'm pushing almost too much content or just lackluster content because of it. So, I'm so mad that I failed, but day 16's tomorrow. Before we get into day 16, I did mention that I was changing up the challenge a little bit. I did just because I already failed. So I was like, well, technically this challenge is over, but I am not admitting defeat and I'm doing it some more. Like I said, this is day 1 of week 7 that I'm filming this. So, like, we're still going. So I decided the writing 2 poems could also be 2 edited pages of my poetry book because I'm trying to get that done too. Now there's a plane. What is it with every time I try to film? So down the line, I do alter this again a little bit because I finished editing the pages and it's like, well, I could just go back to writing 2 poems, but then I have to also go through and edit, like put my edits into the computer, also reorganize my poems because I went through and I believe in this video you will see a spreadsheet of me reorganizing the poems that I have to move a bunch around. So I kind of like have put limits of write 2 poems, edit 2 full pages, or organize for like 10 minutes or something like that. That way we still get that part of the challenge done, but it kind of fluctuates depending on what I'm doing, if I'm working on the book that I'm trying to publish or other things. I end up going through the edits and editing it, so it then becomes putting the edits into my computer organization or writing the 2 poems, which I just kind of said, but it's fine. Brain is not braining today. It's a good thing I wrote all my notes down 3 days ago, you know? That becomes kind of a little more flexible just because I'm trying to do a poetry book, also just trying to get poems done. So that you'll see as I go forward in this challenge will change some of, like, I'll talk about, oh, I organized poems, or oh, I edited, or oh, I wrote them. Like, I still will get things done, just it varies from day to day. And then the drinking 2 of the big water bottle, the first 2 weeks, there are a few days that I was like trying to take the last bit of it in at the end of the night, and I felt so disgusting. So I just changed it to 1. I have to drink 1 and then drink whatever else, just because I'm not going to sacrifice my health for the challenge. And when I'm feeling like sick and like because I've drank so much water, like that's not good for you either. You can do some serious damage if you're drinking too much water in a day. So I changed it just down to 1. I have to drink 1 of those full of water in a day, which that's much more manageable. It's a lot better. It's been a lot better for me since, like, not trying to force liquid into me. There have definitely been days I have still drank 2 bottles if it's hot and I'm doing a lot. But the majority of the days, it's like 1 bottle and like a couple glasses of like maybe like juice or my energy drink, and that's it. And that's been working so much better for me. I've been much better hydrated, but also not feeling like I'm going to be sick. So that's what we did. So that's what we've changed in the challenge. And I think so far it's gone much better. Speaking from week 7, it has gone much better for me to be able to have these things altered and do them this way. So day 16, I didn't actually film. I completely forgot. My explanation is in day 17. So we're just going to hop into day 17. Hey everyone, it's day 17. Day 16, I didn't film anything because I realized I got the date wrong of when my client edit was due. It's due later today, and I have like 100 and something pages still left to do. Pray for me. I am about to go do it and just power it out. I think I can do it. It helps that it's like a revision of someone's story that they had sent me before. So I think I can get it done. We were getting in a groove last night, and then I was like, oh, I'll go to bed, and that way I can get up early and do it. And then I didn't fall asleep till like 4 a.m. But I did everything except for the 2K and 20 minutes yesterday. And that's just because I didn't really have a lot of time. The thing is due by like 8:30, I think, tonight. So I'll have time to do everything today. But at least I did get some stuff done. It's going to be so hot today. So I have the AC going up in my room. And that way, if it gets too hot in here, I'm going up there. But for right now, I'm staying in here. I'm going to eat and keep reading while I'm eating on that story. It always feels weird to me doing like a revision, especially if someone actually takes advice, because then usually gets so much better. And then I'm like, I have 2 comments on a 300 and something page novel, but like that's also a good thing. But I always just feel weird of like, you're paying me to look at this again and I'm barely saying anything. Always feels weird to me, but that's kind of the point, you know. So also I did do the 5 posts yesterday of posting 3 and scheduling or just like planning out 2, and I planned out 1 and I scheduled it on YouTube and it got blocked. I got the email this morning that it was blocked for copyright, so it wouldn't be able to be shown. So I'm gonna have to find out something else to do. I'm still technically gonna count something like that because like I did it, just YouTube didn't take it, which is weird because it was like, oh, we can't use it if the short is over X amount of time. You can't have copyrighted stuff in it. And I was like, okay, everyone else seems to have it on the internet. I don't understand the rules. It's fine. I'm just getting into YouTube Shorts, so. But we're gonna get on that. I'm so tired. I'm ready for a nap. I'm thinking if I can get at least 60 pages done by 1 o'clock, I could take a little nap and then finish the rest. No, I should get 80. If I can get 80 done by 1 o'clock, I can take a nap. So that's what we're going to try and do. See you guys later. Day 18, I did everything and did the edit, so we're just going to hop into the vlog. Hey everybody, it's day 18. I accomplished everything yesterday. I got my client edit done and then was able to get things done. I got a reply to some of his questions today, but the overall edit is done, which is great. I did squeeze in everything. I thought I wasn't going to make it, but I did. I am having the problem of feeling very burnt out with everything that I have to do for this challenge, everything I have to do for work, everything I have to do to prep for the book fair. I feel like I should have been doing this in the winter, which wouldn't have worked very much either because in the winter I can't really go for walks, so it would limit that. But having to do everything every day is definitely good in a way because I feel very motivated, like reading more, going and like doing exercise, like even though it's 20 minutes, it's been a lot and like kind of a game changer for me a little bit. Also posting, weirdly, I haven't been able to break 250 on TikTok for like 3 years. I'm now at 255. We're like, hello. I know it's not like a big thing, but for me, like any little increase is progress at this point because if you've seen other videos on my channel, you know, I've been trying to be content creator for 10 years and like this account's at 9 years and I'm at 75 subscribers, like 75 for 9 years. Come on. So these little things have been really helping, like the 2K a day. It's actually been making me sit down and write my story instead of just like la-ti-da thinking about it. Don't land in my juice, please. Thank you. But I am really starting to feel the burnout. I have 50 something days to this book fair, and while most of my stuff is just ordering stuff online, like money is also a big stressor for me. So to be like, okay, bye, like that's a lot of pressure and a lot of stress happening. So this morning I actually woke up and I debated on giving up this challenge and trying it again another time, but I was like, when are you going to try it again? You're just going to come up with something else. Stress isn't exactly an excuse. Like, I sent my list of things I have to do in the next like month or 2 months to my friend, and it like took 20 minutes, like 20 seconds of me scrolling slowly through it to go through the whole list. Like, it's a long list, so I'm not just like, don't want to do it. I am feeling burnout. And that's also with setting these challenges to fit more of my day-to-day life and everything that's going on. Like I said earlier this week, I adjusted a couple. Those actually have been working a lot better, but it's still like a lot. And obviously that's the point of a challenge, but when you're feeling burnout from everything going on, that's also not good. So today's going to start out with me going through my clients' questions and answering those, getting that out of the way. Once that's back to them, I don't have to do much with it. I always say, like, you can message me questions after any time. And I love when people do. Because it shows that they're actually, like, listening and into what I have to say and taking it to heart and being like, okay, what can I do better? Like, love that. So I'm going to go answer those questions that he's given me. And then I'm going to do, I think the reading, just kind of like reset a little bit, get my head away from the screen, do a few things I got to do for work and fire department. And then I'm going to try and just do the other things. I'm probably going to go for a walk later tonight as long as it's not raining. And like the poems is pretty easy. I also set up a really cool thing I'll show you guys later. Reminder, Nova, later. To help me reorganize, because that's one of the big things I'm working on right now is organization. And then obviously the writing, the social post. I have a couple pretty much ready to go out because I have been pre-planning too. Even if they're not going out immediately, you know, like today, if they're going out later in the week, kind of thing. I have an idea for one, but I'm not sure if I should count it as one for, like, what day, because it's going to take time. It's going to take a few days, I think, to do. So I'm like, I don't know if I should count that each per day as I do part of it, or just once at the end. We'll figure that out, I guess. Anyway, we're going to go get started on things and try and get as much done as we can through the day. I think I might also just, like, force myself to order my books today. That way, they're on the way. Can't say much if they're on the way. Also, it gives time that if something's wrong, I can order more. And then tomorrow, I think I'll focus on ordering the prints. Yeah, we'll get this done. We will. So, we talk about, like, subs and stuff in that video. We are at 79 subs currently on this channel. Yay! We have broken the, like, can't get over 75. Fantastic. I hit 79. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna hit 80. Like, it's in reach. What? And I have hit 260 on TikTok. And I was like, oh my god, I've hit over 250. Like, this is insane. I've never done this. So, it has been pretty decent in that. I mean, they're still small numbers, but hey, any one, like, number that goes up is a great number. That's what I say. Going from, like, 74 to 79 through this challenge, fantastic. Love it. All 5 of you, you're amazing. Thank you. Love you. So later actually comes in another video, but I'll post, like, little screenshot. I think it pops up in, like, day 20 or something, so you'll just have to wait a few minutes. It's fine. But I'll post a little screenshot here of what it kind of looks like of my organization. This one is actually farther along than what I did in day 20, but you can kind of see what it looks like here. So day 19. Things for me got worse. We'll just cut to the video. Hey everybody, it is day 19. On top of burning out, yesterday got some news that wasn't great. So, like, mentally I just, like, so this may end up being the last week I do this, if this doesn't get better. Because I can't go into burnout any more than I am. I don't really want to end it, because this is such a fun challenge. But also, when you're setting up a challenge, you don't plan for when life throws curveballs at you. And yesterday was a curveball. It's just going to take a lot for me to get back to an okay mental place. And so I don't really want to push the challenge too much if I don't, you know, it's not work or anything. Like, it's for fun and it's to get me motivated. So I don't want to overdo myself, you know. I was thinking about maybe doing like a soft version of it for the rest of the time, if like the rest of this week is rough, about just not caring about the skip days and just obviously trying not to skip anything, but if I skip it, there's no stress of, oh, I fail if I skip. Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out the next couple days. I'm about to do some of the reading right now. Me and the dog are chilling. It's like in the low 60s right now. It's so nice. We're probably gonna go out on the deck in a little bit, just waiting for the sun to get around out of the little porch area. So, yeah, hopefully I get better news soon. Good news is, this too has passed, and clearly we're still doing the challenge since I just told you we're on week 7. So we didn't quit, but it was exhausting, let me tell you that. So day 20, you'll see I have a little bit more spunk, feeling a little bit more better. A little bit better. It's fine. I can't talk. It's fine. I did kind of not fully come around, but like I was having a little bit of a better day, and so I felt better, and so I was a little more like, woohoo! Not fully, but you know, the bad things do pass. You just gotta give it time. Hi everybody, it's day 20, and I did almost everything yesterday. I didn't do the social media posts because I just was not feeling social. But everything else I did. I actually did the writing by talk to text last night. I was just feeling really down, but I like wanted to get what I had in my head down, but I didn't really want to type, so I tried the talk to text option. And it worked pretty good. I got almost 3,000 words, I think, just laying in bed, talking about a scene in my head. I need to go back and edit it, because, like, whew. But I did do that. I did everything else, just not the social media posts. So today, we're going to get on things and do them and go from there, I guess. I think I forgot to show you guys how I've been doing like some of my poetry stuff. So I'll show it to you guys here in a minute if I can see my computer screen. So each section of the poetry book that I'm working on, there's 4 sections, as you can see, S, I, E, and R. And so what I've been doing is I go through a section and I read it. So the first section, I color-coded in orange. And so these are the poems. And so I go through and I figure out if one needs to change. So like these ones could go in either S or E. So I'm going to see how many are in E versus S by the end. The blue is I, so those ones will move to I. The purple is E, so those ones will move to E. They just fit better with like the theme. That one's just being deleted. But this is how I'm going through. So once I finish going through section I, I'll do the same thing. I'm going through and editing them first, and then I go through, kind of read them, get the vibe, figure out which of the sections they should go in. So this is how I'm going to do it, and then I'll move everything around. And then once I have the poems in the sections that I think they should go in, then I will go through and rearrange the section into what I think is the best way for the section to go. Like I think it's like 2 or 3 would make a better first poem for the entire thing than what's number 1 right now, but like I'm not worried about that for the moment. So day 21, this was back to not being a good day, so I went very easy on myself. Hey guys, it's the end. It is the end of day 21, and I did not accomplish everything. I might get the writing done. I technically did close to the 20 minutes, but I didn't do 20. Probably like 18 or something. I don't know. I don't really remember. I did the poems. I haven't done the writing. Haven't done the reading. Done everything else. No, I didn't do the socials. I created a bunch today. I didn't post any. But today, going off of things that happened the other day, already was mentally just exhausted. And then we had a really bad fire call today. We'll get into details, but it was not good. So already mentally frazzled with that. I handle things pretty well, but just already being so drained, that kind of just zapped the life out of me. So I didn't really finish anything, and I have no desire to even try tonight. So I kind of made myself a deal. I did talk about going a little softer on myself just because I can't control life, and when life throws you curveballs, even in the middle of a challenge, you can't be too hard on yourself for not doing the challenge. And I know people are going to be like, well, you're just copping out. Like, I'm not ready to talk about these things. I'll tell you, my dream last night is basically a good analogy for how life feels. My dream last night, I was in this room, and it is upstairs in the garage, right? I have everything, all of basically my stuff here, like my books. My computer is over behind the bookshelf. My bed's right here, so my computer's on the other side. You know, like my TV, which is my light right now, the Xbox, my clothes, everything is here. And so in this dream, I woke up in the middle of the night because it was raining, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's raining inside. So I got buckets up, called my dad in this dream, and he comes up, and at that point the rain has kind of subsided, and there was another lady from town that was coming over to talk to Dad about something anyway, which seemed weird because it was 4 a.m. But I don't know. I was like, okay, hi, lady, I guess. And so she comes up and she goes, oh, I think you have an animal problem. I'm like, an animal problem? Like, it's raining inside my bedroom. Like, how's that an animal problem? And she reaches up in the ceiling and pulls out this, like, the ceiling, like, here. Pulls out this, like, raccoon-like animal. And I was like, what the heck is that doing in my ceiling, first of all? So she, like, holds it like it's, like, a child or something. Like a pet. And she goes, I'll take care of this for you, and walks away. Walks down the stairs. And I was like, okay. So she left the stairwell open, so it's open to go down the stairs. And I'm standing there with Dad, and this construction guy comes up, and we're talking about the roof, and he goes, yeah, like, it might be that the, like, bolts holding down the roof aren't secure anymore, so all the water is coming in. And I'm like, that seems like a lot of freaking water to be coming in around the bolts. And I was like, okay, so what do we have to do? And he goes, just replace the rubber. And I was like, okay. And he goes, well, obviously you're going to have to fix the ceiling, too, because it's now leaking. And, like, in this dream, I had ceiling tiles, not this, like, sheetrock, drywall, whatever it is. I don't actually know. I think it's sheetrock. And so I was like, okay, cool. Like, how quick can we do that? Because it's supposed to rain all day. And he goes, oh, I can't fix that until after the rain stops. I was like, it's supposed to rain all day. What do we do? And he kind of just shrugged and looked at me and walked downstairs. And my dad was standing there. I was like, we got to do something. Like, the ceiling's literally falling in. It's so wet. And before my dad could say anything, it started downpouring. And so it starts downpouring in here as well. So, like, I'm seeing everything. My books, my computer, my bed, everything get ruined. Absolutely destroyed. And the water isn't even going down the stairwell. The stairwell is open, and it's just, like, rising in here. And so I fell to the floor on the rug, on this rug right down there. I don't know how you guys can see it because it's dark. Rug. So I, like, fall to my knees on this rug, and I start bawling my eyes out. Like, full on, sorry, I saw a weird reflection. So I hit to my knees, start full on bawling. Absolutely bawling. Like, I'm losing everything. And I just start screaming. Like, full on rage scream. If you've ever just, like, had to scream, so you go for, like, a drive somewhere, or go off in the middle of the woods, or, you know, even into, like, your pillow or something, or underwater, that one works too. And you just scream. That's the kind of, like, just guttural screams I was emitting in this dream. And I woke up and I was like, yep, that's exactly what life feels like right now. That everything is falling apart. Everything is just, like, drowning. Like, I'm getting emotional. And that's what it feels like right now. And, like, I can't stop any of the things that are happening. And so that's, like, the biggest thing. I don't do well with change, and a lot of really big change is about to happen. And, like, that's stressful to me. That is so stressful. And with just everything that's gone on, all, like, stress of getting the challenge done, stress of getting ready for the event, just work in general, other projects I've taken on that is probably way too much for me anyway, plus these new curveballs that just happened the other day, and then, like, today, the bad call. I feel fried. Like, that's the only way to describe it. My nerves are just so wired. Like, I feel like I'm shaking constantly. At one point in the fire truck, I was sitting there and my knees going. Like, it was just going. I'm like, that's just how I feel right now. And that wasn't even going too. That was coming back. I'm just on edge. And I know that means that after this book event happens, I am probably going to be sick as hell for a week or two. So, even because I know I'm not talking about what's going on, I know people are going to do you're just copping out. Like, I'm not copping out. I'm having so much fun with this challenge, and I wish mentally and physically and just that life would stop throwing me bad things and cut me a break for once. I'm at the point where 2024 was the year from hell. 2025 is pretty much tied with it at this point. Like, it's rough out here. So I made a deal with myself that if, I know tomorrow is technically the start of week 4, but if tomorrow I can do double of the things I missed today, I'm going to count them as we've done them. Just because I was not prepared for the things that did happen today. And so, I'm going to take a deep breath, let myself reset tonight. It is 10 o'clock. I usually don't go to bed till 1 a.m. I'm literally about to curl up and just go to sleep because I'm fried. That's the best way to describe it. So, I will not update you on whether or not I complete it. You'll have to watch week 4 and see if I technically saved myself, redeemed myself to be able to do this. I mean, I still am just going easy and just keep doing it anyway, because even if I fail, I'm having so much fun. Like, I know I might not seem it with all this stuff going on. I am having so much fun with this challenge. It is getting me so motivated, so on track. Like, I love it. I really do love it. Regardless of the bullshit happening in life. So, that is it for this week. You'll get the wrap up here in a minute or two. But, a minute or two, like seconds. It's fine. Editor Nova isn't that bad. Anyway, see you all in the next week. I've been debating on if I should say, like, what exactly happened on the call. I keep saying it's not good. But, like, that could mean a lot of things. It was a call with a death. We'll just leave it at that. I'm not going to go into details. Fortunately for me, death doesn't really bother me. But it does when you're already so fried from everything. It kind of just is like an extra, like, twist to the nerves. And, like, I got home and I was like, okay, I'm literally sitting and just shaking. Like, not anxious shakes, just I am so fried from the past couple weeks, everything bad happening, and then this, like, taking a hit to, like, my psyche. So yeah, it was just like, let's just play a game of pile things on top. Like I said, if I got enough done on Monday of week 4, I would count it as completed for this week. And I was kind of like, geez, you have to watch it. You're still gonna have to watch it, but, like, we didn't fail, so take that what you will. Anyway, for the wrap up, day 15, we had 2,118 words. Day 16, we had 0. Day 17, we had 2,260 words. Day 18, 2,047 words. Day 19, 2,817 words. Day 20, 3,966. If I'd run like 40 more, I would have covered myself for day 21 anyway, but okay. And day 21, I did 0. So total for the challenge was 44,859. I realized I probably should have done a weekly count of how many I've done in a week, and I have not done that because my counter doesn't show what it is in a week. So we're gonna like attempt math real quick. Nova's not good at that, so if anyone wants to check my math, feel free. 13,208. Check my math. Or editor Nova can do it. Anyway, that is the wrap up for week, I was gonna say week 6, but it's not week 6. It's wrap up. Anyway, that is the wrap up for week 3. I hope you all have enjoyed that we are pushing through this challenge. Like I said, this is week 7, so you're gonna have more. Surprise! One of the comments I did get was like they haven't seen people go past like week 1 or something, or not go very far, and I also have seen that, and that has also motivated me to finish this challenge. So there's at least one out there where someone is insane enough to push themselves through. Because, like, let me tell you, there are days I'm like, why did I do this to myself? On top of work, stuff I'm doing for the fire department, the book event that's coming up, like, there are days where I'm like, I don't have time to breathe. It's fine. Like tonight, I am doing a birthday event. Not when this is going up, but like this day that I'm filming. I have a birthday event over on my Twitch channel where I'm streaming for a couple hours. Same thing happens Tuesday. Streaming for a couple hours. So I lose a couple of my hours in a day already. Just because of that. So, it's crazy. Anyway, I will catch you all in week 4. Wait, week 4 coming. Yes. I mean, at this point I've said week 7 how many times? Anyway, I will see you all for week 4. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and if you are not already, subscribe to watch more of the chaos that this challenge brings. And I will see you all again very soon. Bye, everybody.